today we went to the fish market in Bergen because the heat wave seems to be finally over. So we got a few more clouds and it was a little bit nicer weather today to go out in the city. Because the city can get quite hot, especially with the crowds and everything. Because the fish market happens to be one of the most famous and popular tourist destinations in Bergen. It's also in a very famous scenic area with the Bergen and the old wooden houses. Very popular location to film and to visit. So since it was also a Saturday, as expected, lots of tourists and lots of foreigners, but I think it was still worth it. We found quite a lot of nice local food because they also had the local farmers market open next to the fish market, which I honestly find a lot more interesting because that's where you will find actual local food. The fish market has gone from being an old-fashioned fish market, the way that they had it in maybe the 11th century, to being more a tourist destination and restaurants and these kinds of things. So when you actually go there to buy fish, which they still do sell, some of the merchants seem a little bit unprepared. They might not have their stock ready on hand. They are more likely to want you to eat some food there at their restaurant. In the summer, the entire outdoor market is open. In the winter, it's only the indoor food court. So that's why I haven't filmed the fish market yet. Not until today, because the food court is just this sort of boring looking modern building to the side of the actual fish market location. It is part of the fish market, but it's not quite as interesting as seeing the market stalls and everything. So they do still sell seafood there mainly, but there's also a lot of pop-up restaurants that sell Thai food and Greek food. I understand why, because that would be better business. Most people nowadays, even here in Norway, do not eat a lot of fish. Many people from around here honestly think that Scandinavian food can be a little bit bland and boring sometimes. While that is true, I think maybe we have lost a lot of our old traditions and old flavors, because I'm sure they had a lot more spices and flavors and herbs and a lot of historical reasons why the food that we have today that is seen as traditional Scandinavian food might be a little bit lackluster sometimes. I like it, and I like the fish, and I eat a lot of fish. So I did buy some mackerel today, and I also bought a lot of cheeses and some honey. There were actually some merchants that sold entire wheels of cheese, and of course I was incredibly tempted because I love cheese. And especially if you're one of those people who has played Skyrim, you will probably understand this point of view. But buying that kind of amount of cheese is of course a little bit expensive. So I didn't do that, but I got some mackerel and I am going to bread it and fry it the traditional way that I was taught how to do it, because that's how you normally cook your mackerel around here. You can also make your own mackerel in tomato sauce, which I have done several times before. I think that's delicious. So while I'm boiling some potatoes and preheating my cast iron pan, I am going to fillet the fish a little bit, and as per usual, I will offer the head and the tail to my cats, because that's what I usually always do. This is not really a recipe because all you need is fish, breadcrumbs, and potatoes. And usually you will have some butter and salt on the potatoes, and that's really all you need. You can add some parsley or other herbs if you want to, but this is an incredibly simple recipe. Fish and potatoes has been a very common food, especially among poor people since the 1800s in this part of the world. So it is very traditional and very old-fashioned, but I find that there is some comfort in the simplicity, and I really enjoy the flavors. You don't really need much more than that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.